Hey there everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Pubo Rama, and in today's video we'll be talking about 5 things that you need to get your hands on this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. This is actually a really good week when it comes to discounted properties, vehicles, and purchases you should honestly consider getting your hands on. And I'm not going to waste anybody's time, let's get straight into it, starting off in the number 5 position, being this, the Dubachi Wagner. I've always considered the Wagner to be one of the best budget supercars in the game. And that's not to say it has any downsides. It looks fantastic, it has great customization, and it has fantastic performance as well. You can see here that the vehicle has a top speed of 127 miles per hour, which ranks it 18th out of the 60 supercars, and it has a lap time that places it 11th out of the 60 supercars. So this thing is fast, it's incredibly maneuverable, and it's only 1.5 million. This week being 40% off literally places the Wagner as one of the cheapest supercars in the game, under $1 million, and you're literally having some of the best performance that you'll be able to get for that price tag. So yeah, I think the Wagner is a great buy, whether you're a beginner or an experienced player. If you don't own this car, it's a really good pickup and something I would recommend to get your hands on. Next, we have one of my favorite supercars in the game, and that is the Pfister 811. This vehicle has been in Grand Theft Auto Online for at least 7 years now, but it is still quite the performer. The Pfister 811 is, believe it or not, in the top 10 when it comes to speed, even compared to HSW vehicles. This car can go over 130 miles per hour in the Supers category, which is just mind-boggling to me. It's one of the major reasons I've always loved driving around in this vehicle. Now, its handling isn't anything crazy. In fact, it's got some of the worst handling in the Supers category. But because it has such a crazy top speed, if you're ever planning to drive down the highway, it's still pretty maneuverable, and it's going to get the job done. We can actually see this vehicle's performance and stats here, 130.75, which ranks it 8th out of the 60 supercars, and its lap time, yeah, not great, but to be fair, it's only like 4 seconds slower than the Wagner, which is in the top 10. It's not awful, it's just not good either in terms of its maneuverability, but it's a very cheap vehicle, $1,100,000 base, so that means with a 40% discount, you're getting this vehicle for like 600-700K. That is just such a dirt cheap price tag. I should also mention that the Pfister 811 now features a missile lock-on jammer as of the latest DLC. So not only are you just cruising down the highway at insane levels of speed, but you also don't have to worry about anybody blowing you up in a random public session, which is actually pretty dang nice. So yeah, get your hands on the Pfister 811. It's a super fun car, and it's 100% worth the price tag. And that brings us to the final car in today's video, the Benefactor LM87. This is one of the most expensive cars in the game. It's 2.9 million. That is crazy expensive, but it's also a really good reason that you should take advantage of the 40% discount that Rockstar is offering, because it takes that $2.9 million price tag and brings it down to around 1.75. That is a super steep cutoff on the amount you're paying. This vehicle is insanely fast. It goes around 128 miles per hour base, and it has some of the best handling in the game. I'm holding full left and right on the stick, and as you can see, I literally don't lose grip. There are not many supercars that you can literally do full left and right and just never worry about spinning or burning out. Like, this car is crazy in that regard. And it just handles so well. I mean, I remember when this car was first added into the game, and it's still been one of my favorite vehicles ever since. You can see the crazy performance it has here, a top speed of 127.5, and a lap time of 58 seconds, placing it 9th out of the 60 supercars. I mean, this thing is crazy good in every single area. And it gets even a little bit more wild when you realize that you can do a speed glitch. Alright, so now we're in story mode, and the reason why is because I want to be able to show you how fast this glitch allows your car to go. You'll notice that behind me here, we have these little concrete walls, and what you want to do is literally just reverse your car into these concrete walls, and you just want to keep doing this over and over and over. Now, usually the best way to get this to work is to lower your car's durability, so I brought my car's durability down to 60% in the LS Customs armor tab. Now you'll notice when I'm doing this, it kind of like smushes the back of the car in. So we're just going to do this probably like 8 or so times. Just going to keep hitting the back here. There you go. Let's pull it up again, and boom. You'll notice that the back wheels are just getting pushed in more and more every time we do it. So here we go. Do it again. All right, let's do it 2 more times. Here's 1. Oh, that was a hard hit. And then we just do it one more time, and we'll see if it worked. Here we go. One more. So after doing this a couple times, the back wheels of this vehicle should kind of glitch out. You'll know if the glitch is working because the car is going to kind of bump all over the place when you're driving it at high levels of speed. So we'll see if it starts to bump all over or not. Oh, yep, there you go. You can see how the car is starting to, like, jitter all over the place. Look at how fast we're going already. Oh my god, yeah, you can see in first person how the car is just bumping all over. So, because of this, it allows your car to go insane levels of speed. We are currently chilling at 165 miles per hour. The difference is that, unlike the Stinger TT and the Banshee GTS, which don't really have great handling, this car has some of the best handling in the game. And we're going over 180! Oh my god, yeah, you can start to understand why this is like an insane glitch. You can do this in online mode too. So, yeah, it's not hard to do. All you gotta do is literally just smash the car a couple times into a concrete wall. And, yeah, I mean, this is just so fun. 160. Come on, can we go past 180 like we were before? That's 170. Oh, I don't know if we're getting past 180. Not on this road, but... I saw 180. Oh, and now we're dead. Either way, you get the point. It's a super fun way to make your car just ludicrously fast. Take advantage of it. So now that I've covered the cars that you want to get your hands on, let's talk about the properties. Going over to our phone and Amazebank foreclosures, we will see the Mackenzie Hangar. This is one of the newest properties added into the game. Well, this week you can get the property for 30% off. It's already one of the cheapest buildings in the game. It's 1.5 million. With a 30% discount, you're going to be able to get it for 1 million. Let me put that into perspective how good that is. Completing your first run-through on the Mackenzie Field heist will pay you $750,000. And you're paying $1 million for the business. So you are making 75% return on investment in your first completion. The second time you've completed it, you've already earned over, 500K what you paid. Like, that is so incredibly good. So even if you decide, oh, I don't really like the Mackenzie Field Hangar, you still gave it a free try, and you already made back most of the money you spent on it, so it's not really that big of a deal. But I consider it to be one of the best ways to earn money in the game. It only takes about 45 to 55 minutes. You make $750,000. That's a pretty good chunk of cash for how simple and easy the missions are. There's one other property that is on sale this week, and it's also a hangar. However, this is the normal hangar that's been in the game for many years, and that is either the LSIA locations or Fort Zancudo. Now, my recommendation is to get Fort Zancudo 3497. It is basically identical to the other ones. I think the only difference is that you get a little bit better of a spawn location for your personal vehicle at Hangar A2, but because it's the most expensive, I wouldn't recommend it. I'd still go with the cheapest property, especially because you have personal aircraft right inside of it. For $2 million, with a 30% discount, you're going to be looking more at like, what, maybe 1,300,000? That's a pretty good deal. All of the upgrades and modifications are also 30% off. And what's really nice is that because Rockstar just added the new Money Fronts DLC, Higgins Helicopter Tours boosted the amount each crate is worth in the hangar by 10%. So you are now making $33,000 per crate with the hangar. That is so nice. You definitely want to take advantage of that. The hangar is now one of the best ways to grind in the game. I think I mathed it out properly, and if you're selling in a public lobby, you can legitimately be making like close to $1 million an hour just by grinding the hangar. That's so good. So definitely take advantage of that. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, that is everything you need to know about this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you enjoy content like this and you want to see more, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!